because of where I'm coming from, I can sleep anywhere. I don't care about what I wear. Because I saw me going to school with a torn uniform. I saw me going to school without a bag. You know, there's this rice that we have, the 70 kg rice bag. You can see, like that's how I used to go to school.
Carrying your books
carrying my books in there, and that is why I always say I've tasted poverty before, and I don't want to go back. There's a video that they are saying that I have HIV. And they are using my videos. So there's a lawyer who reached out to me today and said, is it possible if I can sue these people on your behalf? This is the guy who doesn't even live in China anymore. So they're saying that I'm spreading HIV. So this is a kind of propaganda that they do for anti-Black or anti-Africans in China. I feel like African leaders need to start respecting themselves. And believe me, if you guys come together, and you ask yourself, why are they looking for all the 54 countries for us to sit down with one person? That means it's about time you guys come together, build one economy, build one currency, speak one language, trade among yourself. And that's when you can be powerful and say that, you know what, this is the leader of the African Union. Yes. If China is looking for us, this president needs to go.
Yes.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Why 54-to-1? Relationship with one other content creator that I respect so much. Trudy, but you guys, you are such a powerhouse. You know, you make a very beautiful couple.
Thank you.
What brings you together? What gels your relationship?
I think I would say God first, because we have the same beliefs. I put God first in everything that I do. She put God first in everything she does. You know, I just love her not because of YouTube. I love her just because of who she is.
A very good morning to you, Team LNN, and welcome to today's episode of LNS. Guy, I'm even confused, guys. It gives me great honor to introduce you to my guest today, because when I tell you, he has inspired me. I talked to him earlier and I told him, you are the person that made me branch out. I saw what you were doing. I told myself I can do it. And now today, I don't know. I told him it's like I'm sitting with Denzel Washington. Right now, this is how much I admire him, his consistency, his level of discipline, the way he has been able to put Africa hapo kwa map. Guys, may have great love and admiration for this man, and I don't know how he does it, but he will be talking to us about that. But for us, Wode Maya, I appreciate you. You already know who I'm talking about. So sorry if today I'm so overly excited. Forgive me. I'm meeting a fan of a fan. So let my guest today introduce himself.
The energy is another level.
You know?
Listen, I've heard your intro, but I just want to tell you that I'm a big fan. Before you even continue, I'm a big fan. I think I even gave you a shout out on my channel that you are the only Kenyan channel that I watch. I mean, I'm a guy who always looking for something to inspire me. I'm that guy who doesn't like drama. So when I was looking for something to watch, it's your channel. And look at you saying that I inspired you. Like, you just wanted you to cry, you know. I was like, no, I need to hold myself, you know, because I don't want to cry.
You do.
You're amazing.
I don't know, like, the only thing I know about you is that you're Wode Maya. That's the only thing. But
really?
Let me tell you what you've done for me. You made me sit back and look at my life, the trajectory, and you made me tell myself, Lynn, what if you branch out? What's the worst that can happen? I follow you religiously. I watch your video. I see you interviewing great people, and I always tell God, open doors for me the way you've opened doors for Wode Maya. So this is not like, this is me psyching you up because you are here. No. You are amazing. So take your flowers.
You're just making me emotional, you know. Because for me, when I wake up every single day, it's all about what's next. What impact can I make in people's life? You know, sometimes you make impact in people's life, you don't even get a chance to hear it. Okay. So hearing it right in front of me, I mean, I'm like, oh my God. Jeez.
Thank you for making time.
Yeah, come on.
No, guys, also, he had to reschedule his flight to be here. He has a doctor's appointment
That shows
he needs to go
that
to,
shows I'm a
and
big
he's
fan.
here.
You know, that shows I'm a
No,
big fan.
That shows God answers
Oh
prayers.
yeah, that's a good answer.
You know, I have prayed for this. When I tell you I follow your channel religiously, I'm not... Guys, tulikuwa tulie huko mbele. We are supposed to cry huko mbele, not here. When I tell you I follow your channel religiously, it's because to me there is a day I was so broken, and a friend of mine said, Lynn, just email Wode Maya. Ask him for tips, for guidance. And I sent that email. Ask him for tips, for guidance. Ask him for the up, downs, the upside of things.
Wow.
And you've done on behalf of all African content creators. I don't want to talk about any other continent right now. On behalf of African content creators, you really are our godfather. You've set the path for us. So we appreciate you. If I don't say that, stop.
Nah, it's okay.
If I don't say that,
Okay.
I would be lying, because Lean Ngugi Network is because someone like Wode Maya was there, and I saw the way you were hustling for your content, country after country, trying to change the narrative, give our African brothers and sisters a voice.
Wow.
And I was like, God, so may God bless you, my friend.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Take your blessings.
Thank you.
Now,
Never been to an interview that I get emotional before the interview start. But I need to hold myself,
Yeah.
man, you know. Lynn, thank you.
yes, we'll be right back, guys.
Thank you. You know, you wake up every day
Yeah.
knowing that this is what you want to do on your own. It's just like what you do every day, right? But you don't know who you're inspiring. You don't know who you are impacting in their lives. And when you get a chance to hear it, I'm like, oh, which means I can't even stop what I'm doing.
I don't. You know, we were making a joke with my friends on our way here, and I told them, guys, do you know Wode Maya is an engineer? I always knew you had a backup plan. Like if things fail, I always, but now I'm convinced nothing fails if you put your mind into it. Nothing fails if you put your mind into it. So
exactly, and especially when people that watch you feels like we're waiting for the downfall.
Yeah.
But you keep moving.
You keep moving.
You know, I always tell people, whatever you do, just put God first. And if you have a pure heart and God is in it, you will never fail.
Did you think that one day you are going to be the guy that puts Africa on the map?
So today, I don't even feel like I'm that guy. So today, because I always tell people, I feel like it's God who is doing something, and he just decided, because God cannot come from heaven and do anything. I'm just more like a vessel that God is using, because the people that I meet, the people that share their story, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to be sitting down with people like this. But at the end of the day, they will see me and they'll be like, this is the guy that I want him to tell my story. I think there is this man in Ghana that I did his story. He has never been on camera, never. But he felt like there's only one person that I want him to tell my story, and that's Wode Maya. The guy invited me to his house. After I released the videos, everyone in Ghana was like, how did you do it? So I always see myself as a vessel God is using. So I don't really take credit of anything. That's why even when you started talking, I feel like crying, because I still don't see myself as the guy with 1 million subscribers. I still don't see myself as a celebrity kind of thing. I am just the annoying village boy from Ghana on a journey to change the narrative.
Yes.
So
doing God's work.
Just doing God's work in another way. That's it.
For me, what I say, I'm grateful to the giver of the gift, not the gift itself.
Wow.
Because if I start obsessing over the gift, I'll forget who the giver of this gift is, you know. So when I meet my clan, because honestly, you are my tribe, you are my clan, I feel with you I belong. I feel with you, you are the only content creator that understands why I don't want drama, I don't want chaos, I don't want this whole like I don't even want, I want to be known, someone doing the work and I go home. I don't want the celebrity status, you know. So when I meet my clan,
exactly, it is what it is.
It is what
the goal is to make impact. The goal is for your stories to go out there.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to be known for what I do, not me as a person. You know, that's basically all I pray for.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in anybody's drama. Especially when I met my wife, everyone was like, "This girl is this and that." I'm like, no. You know, I don't want to get myself involved in anything.
Yes.
Just know Wode Maya as the guy who promote Africa, and that's it.
And that's it. But let me take you back, because I gotta stop doing this interview for myself now and do it for you guys, because I know you have.
Yeah.
But who is Wode Maya? Where did he grow up? What's his journey?
I was born in a typical village in Takoradi, Ahin Kofi Krom. Went to school over there. And at some point, I got a chance to study abroad.
Yes.
So I went to China, and going to China, it's so funny that all I had was my flight ticket, because my dad didn't have the money to pay my school fees. But I'm that guy who felt like I cannot make it in Africa.
Yeah.
I can only make it if I go abroad.
You got a scholarship?
I got a scholarship to study in the UK.
Yeah.
But visa denied. So visa denied, I was like, you know what? I've told all my friends that...
Visa what?
Visa denied.
They denied
They
you
denied
visa?
my visa because my father never had a bank account. So they were looking for a bank statement because it was a half scholarship.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, my father had only Rural Bank. So they ended up not giving me the visa. So right from there, I found myself in China telling my uncle, please, I just want to get out of here, because I've told all my friends that I'm going abroad. So I'm not going to go to university in Ghana. Now my uncle told me I can only give you your flight tickets. My first time on a plane from Ghana to China. I got to China, stayed for 3 months without going to school because I didn't have money to pay my fees. So I ended up staying at one place. That's how I ended up learning Chinese. Just with the people that clean my dormitory that time. They come, everyone is in school. I am in my dormitory. So they come, they sit next to me, teach me the language. So 3 months, my father had the money for me to pay the school fees, which I paid first 6 months. And that is the only school fees that my father paid for me till I graduated from university. The rest, I did all by myself. So living in China, I used to sell hot dogs, you know, like... I have pictures and videos. You can go check it out. I used to sell hot dogs. I used to sell burgers.
Yes.
You know, German, we say it's German hamburgers and stuff. We sell it to Chinese people. I used to teach English in China to Chinese kids who want to learn how to say hello, how are you? One of the biggest thing that happened to me was when I became a lecturer in my university. Yeah, when I became a lecturer in my university, the school fees was like the money, the salary was huge. You know, when I became a lecturer, the salary was huge, and that's how I even managed to pay most of my school fees. And also, there's this business that I used to do. I bring students from Africa to China. And when they come, the school gives me 5% of their school fees annually. So I use the 5% of their school fees. At the end of the day, I think I even stopped taking that money after I graduated.
Oh, really?
So that's how I managed to, live in China from 2013 to 2018.
Yes.
Yeah.
How is China? Because there's always different stereotypes, misconceptions. You know, they are racist, especially when it comes. How was your experience?
I think for me, China was more of a 50-50. I had a very great time in China. I had Chinese people who really loved me for who I am. I have Chinese people who supported me throughout my whole journey in China. I think I had a Chinese mom.
Yes.
I had a professor who loved me as a son to the extent that I did my thesis in Chinese. Even though I was not like a Chinese student, but I did my thesis, defending my thesis in Chinese. But apart from all of that, you know, China is also a racist country. I'll say a bit of the people there are ignorant on how they see black people. They don't think you are... They always see black people as inferior, you know. They always, you'll be there and a Chinese person will just rub your skin and then look at his palm, whether it's going to be black or something like that. You'll be there, they'll be touching your hair. You can sit in a bus, train, and no one wants to sit next to you. I think one of my videos that actually even went viral was...
Yes, that one.
Was
when
those
they
videos.
Were...
Yeah, exactly. So, it's a country where, for me, when I see Chinese people in Africa and I see Africans like embracing them too much, I'm like, you guys don't know what your fellow Africans go
Are
through
going
in
through.
China. If we can just do that a little bit, I think today, I'll tell you something that's happening today. I'm trending in China, even though I've left China. There's a video that they are saying that I have HIV, and they are using my videos. So there's a lawyer who reached out to me today and said, is it possible if I can sue these people on your behalf? Because I left China a long time ago, but they're still like using my videos.
Saying you have what?
Yeah, HIV, oh my goodness, there's no internet. I would have played.
No.
This is me, and this is my
Oh.
ex-Chinese girlfriend. This is the guy spreading HIV in China. So there's a more of an anti. If you have internet, I would have played it for you.
It's okay. You can forward me.
I'll forward it to you.
I am gonna check. They're saying you are spreading
I'm
HIV.
Spreading HIV. This is the guy who doesn't even live in China anymore. So they're saying that I'm spreading HIV. So this is a kind of propaganda that they do for anti-black or anti-Africans in China. And I have the lawyer reach out. They said, I want you, if you can, sign a contract. I don't know if you can see this.
Yes, I can see this.
There's a lawyer saying that if you can sue them or anything like that. But, this is a struggle that Africans go through in China, but no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking that we open the doors for them, but when we are there, we are treated like, crap.
They don't care about you.
Yeah.
They don't care. And that's what I keep on telling African leaders. Chinese people don't care. They're doing business with you, but they don't see you as a friend. That's it.
You're not a human being.
No, to them, they don't care.
Yes.
I mean, I hate to talk about China, but they don't really care. Because all my friends are Chinese. I did business in China. I did schooling in China.
What were you studying?
I did aeronautical engineering. I'm an aviation engineer.
Oh, man.
Aviation engineer, so like you said, I had a backup.
Yeah, you had a backup plan.
I had a backup plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but apart from that, I mean, I had Chinese people who really loved me for who I am.
Okay,
that's
it.
Yeah.
So what made you leave China and where? But before we even get to you leaving, talk to me about your dad and your family, because to me, it feels like education to your dad is very important. I know he's no longer with you. Yeah. Our condolences. But what kind of a family setup did you grow, and what are your beliefs that made you want to push hard and hard? Are you, those kids who, Daddy, I want a Maserati. Okay, when my husband said, Dad, I want a Range Rover. Have a Range Rover. Or
it was that family that had nothing. It was that family that at some point we slept 1 year without electricity. It was that family that during Christmas, that's the only time we get a chance to eat the meal that we want. The meal that we want, I'm talking about fufu with some meat, in there. And this is the same time that there was a woman that my mom was owing. She came and saw us eating because we used to eat together as a family. She came and just took the whole bowl and dropped it to the floor by telling my mom, you owe me. And that money was 20 cedis. I recently found out that the woman lives next to our house now. So I just found out 2 days ago. So I'm actually going to go see that woman once again as soon as I get back to Ghana. Yeah. It was that family that... it was a humble beginning in terms of my dad loved everyone. My dad was a big fan of education to the extent that he can go out, see street kids, bring them to come and stay with us and take care of them to go to school, even though this guy does not have. But he was a PTA chairman. I don't know if you know, Parent Teachers Association chairman in the school around our area. So because of that, he was taking all the kids to the school, even though he doesn't have the money. So I grew up with a big family. There's so many people that I grew up with. It's not like they are family members, but they stayed with us till, so I can, because of where I'm coming from, I can sleep anywhere. I don't care about what I wear. Because I saw me going to school with a torn uniform. I saw me going to school without a bag. There's this rice that we have, the 70 kg rice bag. You can see, like that's how I used to go to school.
Carrying your books
Carrying my books in there. I think I was even okay, but my two senior brothers, I think they went through hell. Because my mom used to sell, there's a food that we used to sell in Ghana called kenke, it's just like ugali equivalent.
Yes, yeah.
And my two senior brothers, one goes in the morning before he goes to school.
Oh.
The second born, he was the shy one. Till today, he's still shy.
Yes.
Till today, he's still
Yes,
shy.
yes.
He sits in the house, sell while my mom go out. Then in the evening, when I come back from school, that I also join. And the same food that my mom sell, that's what we eat from morning, afternoon, evening. I have a friend who lives in Germany right now. I'm going to give him a shout out. Sani Mohammed. His mom used to sell wachi. We have a food in Ghana called wachi.
Yeah.
And I was so tired of eating that kenke every day. So I call this guy every day and I tell him, bro, you know, when you're coming to school, bring wachi so that we can swap. This story that I'm saying, you can ask this guy. I go to school and then we swap the food. He gives me his wachi so that, when I get back home, because I know that when I go back home, I'm going to eat the same food in the house.
Yes.
So this is how I grew up, and to today, I've not forgotten where I came from, because that keeps me moving. That gives me the leverage to respect everyone that I meet on the road, no matter, because you don't know what that person that you're disrespecting comes from.
Yeah.
So this is the family. I'm also, I would say, I'm a pastor's son. So
Dad is a pastor.
yeah, my father
he
was a pastor.
pastor.
My father was a pastor. So, you know, those village churches pastors. So, yeah. So, I mean, growing up with that religious beliefs within you, we learn to put God first in everything. When things get tough, my dad will sing our favorite song for us. We have an uncle that keeps the soul. That's his favorite song. And that was the song that, I mean, anytime, if you play this song, I might cry, because it would just reminds me of those times with Dad. You know, so because of this, I believe that, I mean, my dad is still, I mean, with me.
Yes.
Whatever I do, I flew with my mom recently.
Oh yes, I
to
saw
Kenya.
her. I saw her. You came to surprise your wife, and that was amazing.
I flew with my mom.
Yeah.
And she started crying. It was off camera. And I asked, why are you crying? I said, I wish your dad was here to see this. And that was deep, you know. That was deep, because this is a woman that never thought one day she'll be on a plane. This is not even domestic. This is international flight. So, I mean, we've been in Kenya. She's just all over the place, looking at, oh my goodness, is this me? Oh, and I don't want to go too much into details, but Lynn, this is my story. And
you know what it is to have it all and to lack. You know what it is to have a full meal and have nothing. You know what it is to go to school carrying books in a bag to carrying suitcases.
Exactly.
Now, you know how that feels like.
And that is why I always say I've tasted poverty before and I don't want to go back.
People ask me, what inspired poverty? Let me tell you, until you sleep hungry, until you detest taking water because water will make you more hungry, you know, until it rains and you are sleeping in balconies and you don't have, I hate, not detest, I hate poverty. I like, honest, only my mom and my sisters know. I hate poverty to a level that if I start sensing I'm gonna be poor, oh, Shay. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know, so I feel you when you say that. But I also love what that did to me and for me.
You're right.
You know, I love going back to those memories sometimes, you know. I love remembering.
No, it's very important.
It's very important.
Very, very important.
You know, the encouragement that comes with it, you know, the gratitude space. You know, God, I'm thankful for water, for food. That gratitude space for me, it's everything. So when you say you detest poverty, I know what you mean. I don't want to go back.
No, definitely. That's why, like, every day I wake up, I want to work extremely hard.
Yeah.
So I don't go back to, because, you know, a lot of people depend on you.
Yes.
The whole family depends on you. So you have to make sure whatever you're doing, know that you're fighting poverty.
Yeah.
Not fighting anyone else.
Yes.
So I don't see anyone as a competitor.
You see poverty.
I see poverty as a
oh, that's a good one. I think.
I'm like, no, I need to fight this guy, man.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
No, not at all.
God, I feel like, you see, I told you, I find my clan easily. They say, just be easy and the universe, will bring everyone into your circle that is meant to be there. But let's talk about leaving China, because I know you made a conscious decision to leave China.
Yeah.
And I know your dad was also very influential in the kind of content he would want his son to do. So if you could take us through that phase, how was it for you?
I think living in China, I was more of, there was a day somebody came to me and said, let's go out and shoot a video. Because I was bored in my dormitory.
Yeah.
We couldn't travel. People with money traveled, but those of us who don't have money stays in the dormitory. So this guy comes. That's how I ended up shooting my first YouTube video.
Yeah.
So it was more of always trying to flirt with women on camera. That's the whole genesis of Wode Maya.
Yes.
And also, like, you just want to have fun because you're on campus, right?
Yes.
You just want to have fun.
And you're also young, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my dad get the chance to see one of my videos, and as a pastor's son, why are you doing this in school? What kind of image are you putting out there? People in church might think that, I can't train my own son, and I took you to school to be an engineer and not this. So my father stopped talking to me for like 2 weeks. Then I called my mom and I spoke to my mom, Auntie Maggie, like, I really love making videos, but I don't think I can change since my dad is telling me to stop. I don't think I can stop. So my mom said, but why are you doing this? What are you going to get from it and all of that? So I started like explaining things to my mom, and she told me that I'm going to talk to your dad for you. 2 weeks later, my dad calls me and asks me, come back home. I thought that was the end. I thought when I come back home, I cannot make it back to China. So I came back home to Ghana, sat down with my dad, and my dad told me, you know what, you speak Chinese. Why don't you start changing the way Chinese people see Africa? Because I've been complaining about racism sometimes to my dad. It's like, oh, I think that makes sense. That's when my dad sent me to go and do my first ever video in Ghana about what Chinese people are doing in Ghana.
Yes.
I recorded that video, went back to China, posted it. Everybody was amazed, like, wow, we never knew this is what Chinese people are doing in Africa and all of that. Then I did the same video in China about the questions that Chinese people ask Africans, and I was just trying to correct all of them. At the end of the day, I woke up, the videos were everywhere. And that's when I found out that, okay, this should be the purpose of changing the way Chinese people see Africans and Africa.
Yeah.
And I continued from there, and the video started like going viral. People getting to see my videos, people getting to see me.
Yeah.
I go out and say, oh, this is the guy who did that video. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
So when all those videos started like popping
out,
I started traveling within China to bring more of those videos.
Yeah.
But what I found out was a lot of Africans were coming to China. And when they come, they said, because of your video, I'm here. Because of your video, that's why I came to China. I'm like, you mean me doing this on camera, that's why you are here?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. If that is the case, why don't I go to Africa and do what I'm doing?
So people can come.
Thank you.
To those places and not China, because
that's it. And also, like, just letting Chinese people know that Africa is beautiful. I didn't have money to go. So I asked Africans living in China, can you guys support me with $1 so that I can go back to Africa? None of them supported me. Not even a single person. People were actually attacking me. Some of them were insulting me. Some of them were like, you're going to Africa to have fun. You're telling us that you're going to change the narrative about Africa.
What narrative?
What narrative are you talking about? Then I had a Chinese friend. I wanted to take you back a little bit.
Let's do it.
When I started YouTube videos, I started with my phone, Samsung S2. Then when people started seeing my videos, I didn't have camera. So I met this Chinese guy who had a camera. So I bought a microphone. You can check my channel. I had a microphone without a camera. It's there. Like my whole journey is on
It's
YouTube.
on you.
I can pinpoint exact videos. So the day I bought a microphone, I told everybody that I finally bought a microphone. So this Chinese guy brings his camera. I used my microphone. Then we shoot our YouTube video. This same guy, before that, there's an Ethiopian doctor living in America who identified me and said, this guy has a potential. He sent me my first ever money to buy my first ever camera. Canon, the camera you're using, 700D.
Ooh.
That was my first ever camera that I bought. And when the camera came, the camera didn't even have a microphone port. So now the microphone was useless. The microphone was useless. Now, when I wanted to come back to Africa, I spoke to this Chinese guy and said, you know what? I believe in you. I've been with you for the past 4 years. And I know that you can succeed. So I'm going to take the risk and buy tickets for you to go to Africa. But this ticket that I'm buying is on a loan.
You took a loan?
This guy took a loan. Not even
the
me.
Chinese guy.
The Chinese guy, Awe. I mean, I've been talking about him on my channel so many times. This guy took a loan. We have something called credit cards.
Yes.
He bought my first 5 tickets to come to Africa. 5 different countries. Now, he told me one thing. Please come back. If you don't come back for us to pay this loan, I'll be in prison. I'm like, don't worry. I'll be back. So when I moved to Africa, you have no idea. I was not sleeping. Because in my mind, we have to pay that loan. And that's when I learned how to be consistent on YouTube.
Wow.
And that was when I did that video from Rwanda, sitting in the gutter, shouting. You know, I woke up the next morning, the video went viral. It was trending everywhere.
It's still one of my favorites. You know, it's still one of my favorites. Yes.
Really?
And it was trending.
It was trending. 1 week later, that video made that money. Wow. And I called the guy and said, we are paying the loan.
Oh, the whole loan.
The whole loan. Because that was how I made my first ever $5,000. Because the loan was $5,000.
Yes.
By the end of the month, we made our first ever $10,000. I've never seen $10,000 on YouTube. Even living in China, never. I was like, wow. Because in China those days, I used to do videos a week, one video. Yes. You know, there was no consistency. But the fact that I had the loan to pay, decided to be consistent.
Yeah.
And then we paid this loan.
Yeah.
And in 2019, I called this guy to join me in Africa. He came to spend time with me in Ghana. And then he went back.
Yeah.
But I have never left since that time. And I have been moving from one country to another. The whole concept was to promote Africa to the world. To change, like I told you, to let Chinese people know that Africa is not what they think.
Yes.
But then when I started traveling in Africa, I found out that even Africans. They don't know that this is how beautiful Kenya is. Yes. They don't know this is how beautiful
Ethiopia is. Rwanda. I saw you in Namibia and I was like, we go to Dubai for the safari, you know, for the safari, you know, the desert safaris. And we have an incredible one here. Exactly. Even me, I was ashamed. Like if I want a desert safari right now, my mind goes Dubai. But after your video, my mind is like, honestly, I have to go to Namibia. Wow. Like, I'm not kidding you, and I will open my video with, guys, courtesy of Wode Maya, I am in Namibia! You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of you, I'm going to Namibia. Because the way you document Africa,
it's pure passion. It's just that I love what I do so much. It's not like I'm not even faking it. Yes. Like when I see stuff. So one thing that really helps me a lot is that when I'm going to a country, I don't do research. I don't want Google to tell me what to expect.
Because they are telling you. That's the whole essence. Exactly. Google will not tell us what.
Exactly. So I go with the flow. Whatever I see with my naked eyes, I express it. My videographers will edit and get a video out. So, I mean, when we started doing this, that's when I found out that, you know what, limits your Africa to the world to Africa for Africans. And that's how I managed to travel so many African countries, promoting Africa to Africans in Africa and Africans in the diaspora.
Yeah.
I think what really changed my whole life was when, during COVID, couldn't travel.
Yeah.
I was stuck in Ghana for 7 months.
Yes.
I'm like, what do I do? So I took the risk. to travel within Ghana. I went to Kumasi, was sleeping in a lodge, and then I saw a comment from somebody saying that all these lodges that you sleep in Africa, it was a video I did in Liberia.
Yes.
It's not for Africans. Like, what do you mean? I mean, it got to me, but I was like, I need to respond, because for me, positivity is everything. Even if you attack me, I'll counter-attack with positive stuff.
Yes.
So I asked the woman, the resort that I was sleeping, are you sure you own this resort? He said, yeah, I own it. It took me 4 years to even acquire the land. Lynn, that's how I told my first ever entrepreneurial video. Wow. And when I finished that story, I woke up the next morning, the video was everywhere. And you know, COVID time, everyone was online. Everyone was online.
Including me. What Maya has posted. What else what Maya posted today? You know, COVID was so tough because even for me, content-wise, it was such a rough stage. And I remember back then I was still working at my other company at Tuko. And there was so many, we were doing so many videos and I was draining. Some of them were really draining me. Wow. So I used to actually look now for you as a place of, you know, peace of mind. I'm like, after I'm done with my hustle, what has Wode Maya posted today? Oh God, this is beautiful. You remember the guy we even interviewed here in Kenya? He came from America and started the farmer. I interviewed him too,
I saw that video.
Of you, because you did the video and it really motivated me. Wow. And I felt like I needed to also tell now his story from, just so that I can, sometimes when I interview, like now when I'm interviewing you, I'm not interviewing you because people like will watch. I'm interviewing you because you're my source of inspiration. Wow. So when I watched the guy you had done the interview with him, he really inspired me because he had taken a risk, you know, to come from that place to here. So I really wanted to sit down with him. Courtesy of you, I wouldn't have known him had it not been for your video. And I searched for him, I DM'd him, and he gave me an opportunity.
Kunga, right? His name is Kunga.
Yes, such an amazing guy.
Nice.
Such an amazing guy. Anyway, sorry to cut you short.
I mean,
back
like,
to COVID.
COVID really changed.
Yeah.
I say it changed my life, man. Because I was still doing videos, but I was not finding that video that have more impact than the ones that I was doing.
Yeah.
Until I started bringing entrepreneurship series. And when I did the one in Ghana, and let me tell you, I didn't know anyone. Then I asked this woman, yo, do you know anyone here who has a story to tell? I said, oh, there's this man that I know. And I goes to the person. And I asked him, do you know anyone? Do you know? That's how I did all the videos that I have. It was through people. Wow.
Importance of networking.
Your network is your net worth. I always tell people, don't burn bridges.
Don't burn bridges.
Don't burn bridges. Like I always wanna, everyone has their own character. Yes. Maybe you might not be a big fan of somebody's character, but that network, because you might need him somewhere. It's very important. So I built on that network, and believe me or not, I don't know who I can't interview right now, because I have everyone on my network right now, almost everyone. And this is what COVID did to me. COVID did not just introduce me to so many people. COVID actually, should I say, made me money? COVID made me money. COVID inspired
it's okay,
me.
You can be confident.
No, I'm
yes.
COVID helped me build my own house. COVID helped me buy properties, just because I looked through myself and I'm like, what can I do? And God answered.
And here we are. And here you are. I love that you don't take opportunities for granted. You know, I think we suffer from thinking tomorrow will be a better day than today. Forgetting today is the tomorrow we prayed about someday, you know. I like that you take not advantage, you observe, you see an opportunity to tell a beautiful story and you go for it.
And one thing that I do, it's like I don't plan my stories.
Me too.
All the people that I've interviewed, they can ask, they'll be working with me, they're like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? But at the end of the day, I come up with the story and they'll call me. There's this story that I did. I don't know, Innocent Motors, the guy who manufactures cars in Nigeria. When I went to his house, I was like, is this guy? This small boy is going to interview me? And then I did the whole story, and then this man called me and said, young man, what church do you go? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, what God do you worship? I'm like,
Wow.
and he's like, hey, let me tell you something. You look so small, but you are mighty.
Good.
And whatever God that you worship, don't stop.
Don't.
You've done something that I've spent millions of naira to do. I couldn't do it. He just came to my house and then
You
just
set up and here
small
you
camera. I saw your small camera because BBC and those people, they
come
come
with the big cameras.
they come with small camera.
Yes.
But what you did, and that's how I felt like, you know what? Impact is everything. It's not about chasing clout. It's not about, letting people know who you are. But every story that I'm telling, I always make sure what impact would this story make in somebody's life.
Beautiful.
And that's
And
it.
that's it.
That's it.
In Swahili we say tenda wema nenda zako, to translate. Do the goodness that you are there to do and then go your way.
Wow.
You impact and you
That's
move
it.
on to
That's
the
it.
next one.
That's it.
Beautiful. But in the course of you, because I don't know anyone that has documented our stories the way you've done. I don't know anyone
you.
that makes me proud to be, you know, what you've done. You make me as an African woman walk head high, like tall, you know, like, hey, I'm important, like, hey, so, you know,
Exactly.
even now when you go to immigration,
Yeah.
different countries,
Yes, yeah.
you're not scared if they tell you go back to Africa. I'm like, Africa is beautiful. I want to live here. This
Thank
is my
you.
home. This is,
Thank you.
you make me walk with so much confidence because of what the visuals you've displayed about Africa have done to the world, you know? Like, I'm like, God, you didn't think Africa looks like this, guys, you know? I'm just like, guys, this is, but what hurts me though, in the course of you showcasing beautiful African stories, you've been arrested, you know, you've been dragged around, you've suffered matters visa, and I understand it's a process, but where I agree with you, I don't know why I need a visa to go to another African country, where else someone from the US or wherever, they come and get visa on arrival, and me, I need to use so much money even to visit my tribe outside Kenya.
That's one thing that really makes me sad whenever I travel within Africa. I mean, being in Africa as an African, it's extremely tough to travel within Africa as an African than even an European or American.
Yes.
I mean, why do we need visas to travel different African country? We are going to Angola, and if you see the visa application requirement,
The documentation.
for you to apply for visa, I'm like, am I going to steal something in Angola? To the extent that even my letter of introductory, I need to write it in Portuguese.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't make sense. And I always say, I don't know if the AU really functions. I really don't know what these guys meet, what they talk about.
Yeah.
Because Africa will continue to be where it is if we don't start thinking about how to allow Africans to travel from one country to another. That's what I really love about Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
He gave incredible speeches about, how we need borderless Africa because this creation, it's not our own. But I don't know if it will change someday.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe our generation.
Like
maybe.
our generation,
Yeah.
we gotta be hopeful, but at the same time, it has taken too damn long, you know? Like, this is long, like, it's not even a matter of, oh, nah, it shouldn't, like, it's easier. I want to feel the way I feel when, going to Ethiopia or Rwanda, visa on arrival, it's easy.
And we're just the same people.
And we're just the same people,
Just the
you know?
same people.
Ah, God.
I did a video in Uganda,
Yeah.
and the people were speaking Luganda. People from Zimbabwe, South Africa, Congo, everybody in the comment section were like, how come I can understand this guy?
Yes.
So, we're just divided
Yeah.
by the borders. It's about time to allow Africans to integrate, for us to get to know each other more.
Continue pushing for that. For me, that's important. I feel like you being the godfather. Do that, please.
I can't do it alone.
No, we have you.
We need people like you.
No, we
also
have
start
you.
talking about.
No, we have your back. Like, I talk about, like,
Thank you.
when I get pissed about things, like, I go out and talk about them, because for me it doesn't make sense that my introduction letter should be written in Portuguese. that's mental slavery, you know.
Thank you.
It's too okay.
Thank
But
you.
anyways, I don't want them to deny me access to those places soon. But I love that. How do you deal with the negativity? You know, you've been arrested, you've been, oh God, you've been through so much.
I feel like it's part of the job. Nothing good comes out easy.
Yeah.
And believe me, that builds me up. That also make me learn about human beings in general, especially when it comes to online attack.
Yes.
I mean, I've been attacked so much that right now, even an attack on the internet it doesn't get to my skin, you know.
Yes.
Because I feel like even if you have to be attacked, it should come from people that are not even Africans. But these are like your own people. Imagine when you go to a country, you get arrested, you talk about that, the people are like, you're making our country look bad. If you've been denied into a country,
Yes.
you just talked about it. I mean, we are Africans, allow us to move from one country to another. And you see the people from that country attacking you for saying the truth. You know, so it's a bit sad that even Africans don't love ourselves.
Yes.
You know, we doubt each other. There was this video that I did yesterday, and the guy was telling me that if Africans can learn to support each other without any doubt,
Yeah.
we can colonize the whole world. And that was like one of the best statements that I've ever heard in a long time. Because we are stronger if we come together. But individual countries, our economies are not even stronger. I think I follow Kenyan politics a lot. When Ruto went around, he gave that speeches twice saying that he doesn't understand why 54 African leaders have to sit on one
In
table.
a bus and also be carried by buses. And
So this is what I'm saying, that they need to wake up. You know, respect is earned.
there you go.
So you have to start respecting yourself within your various continents.
Yeah, just
before
don't honor the invitation to go
Thank
sit
you.
in a bus.
Because you can't listen. I know this is Kenya. If you know him, you can send him this video. You can't give a speech, and there was a coronation. You go for the coronation, and then you come back and give the same speech again.
There you go.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like African leaders need to start respecting themselves. And believe me, if you guys come together and you ask yourself, why are they looking for all the 54 countries for us to sit down with one person? That means it's about time you guys come together,
Yeah.
build one economy, build one currency, speak one language, trade among yourself. And that's when you can be powerful and say that, you know what? This is the leader of the African Union.
Yes.
If China is looking for us, this president needs to go.
Yes.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Why 54-1? Oh man, I know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Do you ever get scared that your views will land you in trouble? Do you ever get scared of the truth?
You see, I will always stand by the truth. And even if I die for the truth, I know that I did something good on earth before I passed on.
Yeah.
And believe me, so many people get the same view as me. I'm not the only one. You know, sometimes when I interview people, I ask them, if you had the chance to change one thing about Africa, what will it be? And the kind of answers that they give is the same view that I hold. So at the end of the day, that's the truth.
Yeah.
So you always have to stand by the truth and nothing else.
And nothing else.
Me, that's what I believe in. I mean, if I know that I spoke the truth, that's it.
That's it.
I don't care. It's the truth, is what I'm saying. If you can, banter what I said, that's okay.
No.
But
this
is
the truth. Game over.
That's it.
That's it. Leah, I think also a lot of young people with families also kind of get inspiration from you. You have this beautiful image of an amazing family man, and I know you don't put a lot of your personal details out there, but your relationship with one other content creator that I respect so much, Trudy, back in 2017, I started following her from Kitambo, way back, you know, even before you guys became an item. And I've seen her become such a strong household name. But you guys, you are such a powerhouse, you know. You make a very beautiful couple.
Thank you.
What brings you together? What gels your relationship?
I think I would say God first because we have the same beliefs. I put God first in everything that I do. She put God first in everything she does. You know, I just love her not because of YouTube. I love her just because of who she is.
Yeah.
And I always put that first before even the whole YouTube thing. If it were to be me alone, most of you would not even see some of the videos that you see, you know, but at the end of the day, she's a lifestyle content creator, and what we have to give to you people, we'll give it to you people. But most importantly, I feel like she changed me for who I am. I mean, I was a very stubborn guy.
Really?
Very.
You?
Very.
Hard-headed and
very stubborn guy, you know. But Trudy grounded me. Trudy made me, you know, focus. And I think I hit 1 million subscribers faster. I think even because of Trudy. We really understand each other. It's not about competition for anyone else. It's all about us building ourselves.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing.
Yes.
So, I mean, people say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
But sometimes we look at what people are saying and we laugh over it.
I know. That part is always funny, you know, when you're reading comments and they just laughing. Because they have no idea.
Yeah, we've built something that people think it might never last. But, I mean, they say give them 1 year. I mean, we are almost 5 years right now.
Congratulations.
So, for us, it's just God.
Yeah.
And no one else.
What is it about her that, you know, makes you look at her like, wow, this woman is truly my woman?
She is a dreamer, you know. She dreams. She works hard to achieve those dreams.
Yeah.
And, you know, every guy needs a hardworking woman. Yes. I mean, as I sit here, there's no day Trudy has ever asked me, give me money to buy this and that. I can't confidently say that. It's me that I'll be like, okay, I think you need this, you need that, just take and all of that. But that's the woman that she works hard to make her own money. And then even when she bought her apartment, people thought I was the one who bought her apartment. I'm like, no, she did everything by herself. I didn't even invest even a penny. I mean, yes, she's my wife. I give her what I have to give her, but she is an independent woman. And that actually drew me closer to her more than even before. She's a go-getter, man. Like, I can talk about Trudy the whole day, and believe me or not, she doesn't care about anything else apart from just us. You know, sometimes some of the things I have to come in and handle. You know, she's not a big fan of internet drama.
Yes.
There's so many videos that goes online. Trudy has not even seen it.
Yeah.
If you talk about Trudy, she won't watch it. I'll be the one to even watch those videos. And when I start telling her, she's like, no, don't tell me that. So that's a woman that she's just for you and no one else. I mean, even in Kenya, I was just going to say this. There's so many YouTubers that interviewed her. There's so many celebrities that, you know, interviewed her, featured her on so many stuff. And they thought she was not that woman. They thought like, okay, we can have her, you know, and you see some kind of useless messages that this guy just interviewed her and, you know, thinking that they can, you know, take her to the next level and all of that. And I see those messages she showed me every single message. So, I mean, it's a woman that, she's a woman that I can leave her and I can sleep. I'm in Ghana and I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care that I left Trudy in Kenya that she's gonna know. I don't care.
Would you say this is your dream woman? This is the woman you prayed for?
Trudy is the woman that I prayed for. And I would say that over and over again because, you know, when you make YouTube videos, you need to get someone who really understands what you're doing.
Yes.
Somebody who actually believes in your dream. Somebody who knows that, okay, you know what, he's out there. He's filming. When he's done, he'll come back home. That's it. Like
she gets you.
She gets me. She believes in what I do. You know. How do I say this? Like, she encourages me. I feel like Trudy is my number one fan.
Yeah. Oh, that's
She's my number one fan, and I'm also her number one fan.
Yeah.
And we complement each other
Good.
almost every single day.
Yeah.
And we keep doing our thing,
Yeah.
despite what everyone is saying.
Would you say that's the foundation of a beautiful relationship? Because I know you're not saying here you are 100. I know people in relationship have their own fights, miscommunication, all that. But do you think what brings you together is the fact that you get each other?
I think what brings us together is our love for God.
Wow.
Our love for God.
Powerful.
I mean, Trudy will wake you up and say, no, you didn't pray before we slept, so we have to wake up and, like she put God first before anything else.
Yeah.
I think that is what brought us together.
Brings you together.
We sitting on a foundation that is like more of God's foundation.
Yeah.
And I believe we are all not perfect.
Yes.
We make our own mistakes. Your weakest point is my strongest point.
Yeah.
So we tend to build each other and help each other work on their weaknesses and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's been an incredible journey. And people always ask me, are you not scared married to a Kenyan and you live in Ghana? No, like I don't even see Trudy as a Kenyan. I see her as that woman who loves and cares about me and nothing else.
It. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
May God bless your family. Amen. I see the respect that both of you have for each other's parents.
Yeah.
There's a day I was watching a video, the respect you have for the dad. You came to surprise her and the dad was there. And I could see how the dad was relating with you. So much grace. Yeah. So all the very best in your family. And say hi to her.
I will.
When you get back to your home, say hello to her. Yeah.
Have you met her before?
No, we've never met face to face.
Really?
Like I don't think we've met face to face.
Oh wow!
I would remember. I would remember. Yeah. Just say hello.
I will.
Yeah, like pass my regards. And when I see young people believing in, because I believe in the family unit. I always say I believe and advocate for a beautiful family unit. So when I see one, it makes me really happy. So continue inspiring people. And I love that both of you are hard workers. You kick, okay, I will say that. Yeah, you kick like you actually work really, like you actually work really
definitely,
hard.
Definitely.
I've seen her also going around, intercontinentals, interviewing people, big people. I've seen you sit across presidents and I'm like, way to go.
No, I just love her confidence.
Yeah.
And believe me, she's the next big thing.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
She's the next big thing.
Yes.
Trust me on
What
that.
do you think people get wrong about her?
They think Trudy is rude, right? But Trudy always stands for her right.
Good. She's not scared.
I'm that guy who can never say no, even if I know that you are inconveniencing me. Yes. I can't. I don't know. So now Trudy comes in to say the no. So I'll just hide behind Trudy and I'll say, please say no.
Please say no for me.
Then I'm like, oh, my wife said no.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
But I'm the one who want to say no.
But you can't.
But I can't. So she helps me say the no. And then people might think she is, but if you get the chance to meet Trudy, believe me, she just don't like it when people are taking advantage of her.
Good.
She doesn't like it when that this is wrong. And she has some kind of characteristics where she can just burst out if she knows that someone is taking advantage of her and what she knows that what I'm doing is right and you cannot say anything else. And if I'm around, I can control that. But if I'm not around, she goes
game over. It's good. I applaud everyone that stands. The world is so mean sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to have a voice. You have to stand up for yourself. I don't advocate for being silenced. Even me as Lynn, I will stand up for myself any day, any time. Wow. I will not be tamed, contained. I can't. I can't. So I applaud everyone that tries to stand up for themselves.
And I love the fact that I'm the opposite of her.
Of course, that's why you are
couple. I'm the opposite of her, so she does all the dirty jobs for me. She does all the dirty jobs.
She does all the way, So may God really bless you. And I'm looking forward, to just seeing what God has in store for you. You put it in God's hands and He'll do the rest. Looking at your journey,
Yeah.
because I gotta let you go. Looking at your journey and where you've come from, what does the future look like for you? And did you do away with engineering, or where are we going next?
Believe me, where I sit right now, I don't think engineering is part of the plan.
Yeah.
But I know and believe that the future is so bright, based on what I've built
Yes.
now. I want to say this. People think YouTube is not a profession.
Yeah.
People think that you cannot build anything out of YouTube. But I built a whole empire out of YouTube videos. And YouTube videos have actually built my network that I have right now. Like, for me, it's not even about YouTube videos anymore. What makes me powerful is the network that I have, is to pick up a phone. You know, my whole goal is to, every president of a country is just going to be one phone call away. I don't have to call the president directly, but I can call
The person, you know,
another person who knows the president.
president.
So the future for us is to sit down with African leaders and ask them that question that we all have been asking. That do you really care about the country, or you're just there because of personal gains? This is that one, I feel like is the final point for me. And when I'm done, I'll drop the mic and I'm out.
Yes.
Because I have other plans of not just being on camera. I'll be behind the camera someday.
good.
We'll just drop the mic for people to continue where we left.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I believe that there is a bigger
Purpose.
there's a bigger purpose ahead of Wode Maya. And I will let you guys know in 4 years' time.
Yeah.
It's so my whole life I have timing. The time to get married, the time to do this. Now I have 4 more years to drop the mic
Yes.
on YouTube.
I think I'm gonna be joining you.
4 years to drop the mic on
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
I'll tell the people what's next.
To bigger things.
Yeah.
Ever
what's
thought
next.
of being in politics? Okay. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I was just trying to.
I'm a big fan of politics.
Yes.
But I really want to change things in a bigger way.
In a bigger way.
Yeah, I really want to make decisions, you know. So we'll get there. You
So
know what I mean?
I hope I can still come and be like, Wode Maya, 4 years later, this is where we are. But
Exactly.
yes. I love that you said people think YouTube is not a job. Sometimes it's not like professional. And you said, you know, you started with your Samsung S2.
Yeah.
You started with your Samsung, and I keep telling people, use what you have. There's no moment that will ever be perfect to start.
Thank you.
And no matter what your hustle is, please be proud of it. There's no shame in hard work. There's no shame. And I'm looking at you right now, all the content creators, everyone. It doesn't even have to be a YouTuber or a content creator for other different platforms. Everyone holding on to a dream.
Yeah.
And they are scared of letting it all out. What do you want to tell them?
I want to tell you, first of all, believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, that's when you get the chance to stay authentic. Yeah. Don't try to be like Wode Maya. Be yourself. Bring what makes you out.
Yes.
You see, I will tell you something. When I started making videos, I was like, I'm the annoying village boy from Ghana. I knew I was annoying. And I'm bringing that annoyingness of me on camera without thinking about what the person who watches me cares about. It's just me or no one else.
Yes.
So first of all, believe in that dream. Stay Stay
Consistent.
true to yourself.
Yeah.
But consistency is everything on this journey.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you wake up and you'll be like, I don't want to shoot. I'm tired. I don't want to be on camera. But you have to be on camera for the people. You know,
I suffer from that sometimes.
No.
I don't want to be sometimes.
so you know what? Whenever you don't want to be on camera,
Yeah.
go to your comment section.
Oh.
Read about what the people are saying. Me, I don't joke with my audience. I respect my audience so much. When I was coming, I was late, but I met a doctor from South Sudan. I'm late, But I had to be there, and he's happy to see me. I ended up spending 10 minutes.
Yes.
No, I don't joke with the people that watches my channel because they made me who I am. And when I meet them, even if I'm busy, I always try, even if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just spend time with them for them to know that this guy, they care about you, you also care about
Powerful.
them. So just go through your comment section when you don't feel like shooting a YouTube video. Read what they are saying about you. That will even give you the energy. Wow. Lynn, it'll give you the energy to go out there and keep doing your thing. You know, when you're creating content and no one is watching you, that is the toughest part of it all.
Yes.
But don't give up. I was once like you. I created content and I used to watch my own self. Like I click on my video and I see 2 views.
Then click again.
I didn't even know I was the one. I didn't even know I was the one who was making those views 3. And then I was so happy. I was like, oh my goodness. The first time I got my first 500 views, I nearly jumped on a staircase. I was so happy.
Yes.
Trust the process. Keep going. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. See, I am a living testimony. If anybody tells you that YouTube is not what it takes or what people are saying, tell them that you know a guy called Wode Maya, who was born in a village. YouTube changed his life. I own an estate in Ghana. I live in my own house in Ghana. I drive my own car in Ghana. Like, I don't know what else, you know? Like, I don't talk about things like material things like that. But for me, success is all about waking up the next morning and I can breathe. That's success for me. I came to sit with Lynn. I'm just my t-shirt. I'm here.
Yes.
But all I'm just trying to tell you, you can do it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
You can't.
And let me tell you something. Whenever you want to create content, forget about the fast food content.
Yes.
Do you know what is fast food? Like,
easy come, easy go.
You know, we're living in a society where everything evolves around our celebrities. For us to think that the celebrity is the content. But the celebrity is a fast food content.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying stay authentic.
Very.
Stay true to yourself. We have so much content around us.
Beautiful.
But you guys are not going for it because you feel like interviewing a celebrity
is what
everything.
Content is.
No. The content can be you waking up in the morning from that village. That is the content. The content is about the food that you eat every day. That is the content. Are you a medical doctor? You go to hospital every day, but apart from you going to the hospital, patients coming to you.
Yes.
Have you thought of just advising people online? You see, I love Kenya so much. I love coming to this country. Kenyans consume content a lot, but I feel like it's about time content creators in this country give the people the value they deserve. The drama is too much.
No, it's too much.
The clout.
The clout is too much.
That's the word. The clout in this country is too much. Like everyone is looking for something. Like my phone. A lot of people have been calling me, and I'm like, I'm not interested because I know the kind of value of content that you want, and I'm not ready to give you that kind of content.
Yes.
You know, I will tell you this. I came to this country. I mean, I've done incredible content from here. And I'll tell you, like, when I come here, the place that I sleep, it's not even for Trudy. Someone said, anytime you come to Kenya, I'll give you my house. Wow. Anytime you come to Kenya, I'll give you my car. I'll give you a driver. I've not done anything. What I did was to tell their stories, and the impact that they saw from the story, they decided to pay me back. Wow. But this is what I'm telling you, there's so much people in these countries that their stories need to be told. Wow. And not all content is your celebrities. Go out there, go tell their stories. Let the world get to see what we're doing in Africa. I mean, you are a content creator from Kenya. You should be an ambassador for the country. That is why I love your content. I'm not saying this because you are here, but all my videos, I remember the last time I said, the only content creator I watch is from you because I feel like there's value when I watch a content. I can learn something from a content that I watch. I mean, somebody's story can inspire me.
Thank you. Or teach you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's just go with that.
Yeah.
And I hope and believe that things get better with time
Yeah.
in the country.
They will. It takes us.
All right.
It takes us. We are
All
not
right.
counting on anyone. We are going to count on, I'm going to count on you first and then us. You know, it takes you, it takes us. So I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let you go maybe before you
Wow.
open your heart.
Yeah.
Anything else you needed to say while you were here that you think we did not touch on, please feel free.
I want to thank Kenyans for loving me.
Yeah.
I read on the internet that I'm the third most famous Ghanaian in Kenya.
Yes.
What? I'm like, me. But it's been amazing. Anytime I come, I arrive, the immigration officers, imagine, the first time I came here, they were like, you, West African, you are this, and that. This time, I'll be on the queue and I'm like, Mr. Ghana, baby, come. So I just love the support. I really appreciate the love and support that Kenyans have been showing me. Like, I go to the mall, I see people coming to take photos. I'm like, oh my God. So I just want to say, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Keep supporting me. I am who I am. I know at some point drama here and there made a lot of people come to my DM to threaten to kill me. These are Kenyans, by the way. But I know some of them have seen that this guy is just a guy with pure heart. And some of them came to apologize at the end of the day. So I just want to tell you guys, whatever people are telling you about me, it's not true. Yes. This is Wode Maya. I love and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And Lynn, thank you so much for giving me the platform to speak to your people. I love and appreciate you so much.
You.
Keep doing what you're doing. If you ever decide to come to Ghana,
no, I'm gonna come.
Just let me know.
Yes.
Accommodation is on me.
Oh yeah.
Accommodation is on me. You cannot come to Ghana and hire an apartment. Accommodation is on me.
Yeah.
So I'm inviting you officially.
Thank you.
Come to Ghana.
Thank you.
And come and do what you're doing in Ghana. Probably a lot of Ghanaians might love you to interview them than what am I interviewing them.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll be waiting for you.
I appreciate you. This is for me is a dream come true.
Come on. Come on.
This for me, getting to have this conversation with you, taking time out of your busy schedule to spare an hour and maybe a half with me. It's a dream. You've inspired me greatly. I feel I'm still on the right path. I want to keep going. You've challenged me on what to do and I feel a bit down because I don't mess with my audience.
Wow.
You know, you go, like earlier on we went somewhere to the embassy. I think there's something we are going to do in. You know, it's always the security guards. You know, I met one woman there last time and, you know, she's just there and she's watching our content and, you know, they give you a hug.
Wow.
And they want selfies and that, for me, I look at them and sometimes I don't do this for the VVIPs. I do this for these people.
Exactly.
And when they watch you and they see your journey, and they see where you've come from, they'll know everything is possible. And I love that you're not just serving as an inspiration to them, even to me. I don't want to give you these flowers later on in life and be there. Oh, I want to tell you right now, you are an enigma of content creation. Wow. You have paved way for so many of us. And for that, I am eternal, like honestly, grateful. So, may God bless you. May He keep you.
Amen.
May He give you great wealth and great health.
Amen.
Go
Very
win.
important.
May He bless your generation.
Amen.
May He bless your kids.
Amen.
May He bless the kids of your kids,
Amen.
you know, and go out there and conquer. Open Africa to the world like you've done. All those places you have dreamt of going, may He go before you. All right?
Amen. And if you need any support that you need from me, please. I
got Wode Maya's personal number. What you say?
Just let me know.
Yes.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
I'll be here to support.
Yeah.
You're amazing. I've seen the people that you've brought on the channel, and I'll say, don't stop.
No.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Please. If you're Wode Maya gang, you know how we do it. It's by force to subscribe. Please. This time around, I'm saying please. It's by force. I never use please. Today I need to use please.
Yes.
It's by force.
Yeah.
Subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
She's amazing, and I'm a big fan of her. So I know you guys will love her.
I'm a big fan of you, so fan of a fan. Thank you so much. My people, I don't even need to tell you. You already know where to go. Go show him some love, you know. Tell him thank you for making me happy on his channel. And don't forget to pass my regards to your family.
I will.
Shall we wind up?
Of course, why not?
All right, what an episode, guys. Thank you so much. I am happy, I am elated. One of the best days in the history of my life. I get to meet someone I look up to.
Wow.
Someone whose channel, ask me what you upload. I can tell you the last 10 episodes. All your sequence from Uganda are followed religiously. Your mom coming are followed. Burundi, the one you
was
uploaded.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. The guy doing an incredible job. I have followed you doing amazing job. So, guys, go and support. Go support. Don't even just continue supporting our work. And thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate you. I have to let him go. He has a busy schedule. He has a flight to catch tomorrow. So I don't take him coming here for granted. And guys, let's continue impacting one life at a time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tumetoka mbali. We've come from far and I know we are going far. And of course, everyone that takes a chance on this channel, including our beautiful sponsors at Lemonade Finance, we appreciate you. I'm loving your feedback on them. Let me know, what do you experience when you send, what app do you use to send money?
Lemonade Finance.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
No, stop.
No,
you're not just saying this
Lemonade Finance. Yeah.
Are you just saying this because it's me?
Lemonade Finance. You all need to check out Lemonade Finance.
I'm going to ask you this off camera also because you can't say this because you want to support.
No, Lemonade Finance. Trust me.
For real?
For real.
The experience is good?
It's amazing. Zero charges.
Yeah. And you love it.
It even goes to Ghana.
What's the negative feedback though?
I don't think
I
don't think I have negative feedback. Yeah. The most important thing is that when you send money, you get it is it 2 to 5 minutes?
Yes,
you get
3 to 5 minutes.
I would say 2. It's instant.
Yeah.
You get the money with no charges.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, I did not tell him to do that. So I'm happy to know I'm advocating for an amazing brand.
Exactly.
So send your money using Lemonade Finance. 0 fees, guys. Best rates. And you do get your 10% cash back. Use my code LEAN, please, so that you can get 10% cash back on every £100 dollars and Canadian dollars that you send. And also do not forget to download their app. It's pinned on the comment section and you can send money to your loved ones here in Kenya, in Ghana, in Nigeria, from the US, UK and Canada, and I appreciate that feedback. And if they do something that you don't like, guys, I am here. My email is info@lnn.digital. Let me know so that we can correct that, okay? It's been amazing hanging out with all of you guys. One of the best days in my life. I don't want to end the video. One of the best days in my life.
I think how many of you want to see on my channel? I need to do that. I need to no, definitely.
If I land there, maybe I should come to.
We'll do it. I just want to know your story because I believe that your story can inspire so many young women out there. For me, like I said,
when you get time, I could take you all the way where I grew up. You can meet my mom if you want.
Wow.
Yes, I can take you where I grew up, the school I went to. So I could do that for you. When you get time, when you are back.
No, I'll make it happen.
Yes,
I'll make it happen.
That would be
let's keep in touch.
Yes.
And I'll make that happen.
Yeah. I appreciate you, my people, to my incredible